Hey guys, Woods Farm here, Project 222, just back out in the shop working on the Scout car. Today we're going to be installing the steering quickener, doing the fabrication for the bracketry and the steering column to make that component work. Hopefully this is going to improve our steering system, so stick around and check it out. Okay, it was a while ago that I ordered the steering quickener from Summit Racing, and then I got that part in and realized I needed something else. So I had to order that, wait for that to come in. But I'm pretty sure I have everything I need now to actually fabricate that improvement. Basically, we're installing the steering quickener. I'm going to have to make a bracket to hold it in place, and we're going to have to change the steering shaft with some adapters on either end to fit into the steering quickener. So let's get started. So here's the newest order for Summit Racing. I've got a bunch of stuff in here. I'll just show you what we've got. I decided to go ahead and get a gauge. This is the water temperature gauge. It's a little ways down the road, but this is one of the gauges I'm going to want to install when we test out the cooling system. We're going to be making some improvements to that, and hopefully we'll be able to know if we're running too hot. There's the sending unit for that. Also got a fan, and this is for the engine. I am hoping that I'll be able to reverse this fan and get this to work, and it'll draw air through the engine bay and hopefully also help with cooling. And then here's the component that I needed to finish the build for the steering quickener. It's just an adapter, a splined adapter. I only ordered one of these. I don't know what I was thinking. Obviously, I need one on each end of the steering quickener, so we've got that. Okay, this is the steering quickener. I think this is the 2-to-1 ratio. That's the input side. And here's the bushings, or I should say adapters, that I needed. These are just splined adapters that go on each end. There's a little set screw there, so I can't put them all the way, but the splines match up. So this needs to get, basically, I need to cut a section of the steering shaft out, replace each end with these to slip over, and this needs to slip in, and then there's this mounting point here. I need to make some sort of a bracket to hold this in place, and there we go. So, not looking forward to this. It's going to be really tight to work in here. I'm going to pull off the steering wheel, obviously, disassemble the steering column that's in there, and we'll figure something out. The tricky part is going to be building the bracket to hold it, and get in here and do any welding or fitting. It's really tight, so it's going to be tricky. Okay, obviously we need an alignment, but best I can tell it's about 2 1/4 turns in one direction and 2 3/4 to go back to the other direction to get the wheels to max out to the left or to the right. So that's with the old setup. We're going to see if that improves with the steering quickener. Okay guys, we got the steering quickener installed. Went fairly well. Splicing it into the existing steering column was fairly straightforward. It did get a little tricky trying to figure out how to mount it. The quickener needs to be bolted to hold it stationary, and I didn't have a lot of options and it was really tight. But overall, I've got something that works. I did some testing before I started, and it seemed like it was about four full rotations of the wheel to go all the way from the left to the right, and it was about 2 rotations of the wheel to go from center to the left or the right. So now that we've got the quickener installed, I tested it again, and it looks to me like it's definitely done its job. It was a 2-to-1 ratio steering quickener, and it does seem like now it's only about 1 rotation to go from center to one side, 1 rotation to go from center to the other, and about 2 full rotations to go all the way back and forth. So definitely a big improvement. However, we're not really going to know until we get out and test drive it how this actually is going to work. It does seem like it added a little bit of resistance to actually having to move the wheel, but we'll see how that works. It won't be until after we've got paint and wiring and all that stuff done in the spring that we actually get this thing back out on the road for a test drive, and we'll find out then. But hopefully this steering quickener has improved the issues that we did have. Okay guys, we're going to wrap this video up here. We got that steering quickener done. Not the most exciting or interesting thing, but that's all we had time to cover in this video. Hopefully it's going to make a big difference on the steering when we get to that. In the next couple of videos coming up, we're going to be working on tying up some loose ends. Specifically, I think I'm going to work on doing some welding, some seam welding on the rear engine deck. That needs to get completed. I'll probably pull the deck off and actually weld some trim on the inside and make sure it's completely done. I'm also going to hopefully get some 18 gauge sheet metal on order, get that in, and we'll finish up the toolbox. That's going to be great when that gets done. Also thinking about actually pulling off the turret. You can see the ceiling is pretty low in my shop, so I think I'm going to pull the turret off and be able to work on it in a more comfortable position. We've got some trim and some finishing welding to do on the turret to get that completed. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and as always, thanks for watching.